what happens is I just thought to ask at the dinner table with all the kids. I just said this. I said, well, did they mention how much it might cost to do for the surgery, you know? It just, and Rachel says to me, she goes, oh yeah, they said it'd be like $1,000 or something. And $1,000 is a lot of money for me for an outdoor cat. And Rachel, Samuel, before I even have a chance to say anything, he says, that's nothing, Dad. That's nothing. This cat's part of our family. This is what he says to me. So I don't have anything else other to do than to, you know what, I looked at all those kids and I'm like, I'm not going to be the one to kill their cat, you know. And so I go to Germany. I'm ministering all over Germany. A few weeks later, cat gets home. The cat's fine, except that it's shaved. But you know, the it was fine. And we get back from Germany. Had a powerful time in Germany. Really wonderful. I get back. I'm feeling on top of the world. You know how that is. And Rachel lets me sleep in. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, Rachel comes into my room and into our room, and she's crying. She says, you got to go out to the road. And this is February in Wisconsin, you know. So I put my boots on and I walk out to the road, and the cat's just laying there on the road. And as I get closer, it's not even, I'm just waking up and I'm kind of like in a fog. And all of a sudden I realize it's Shadow. And I looked at that cat and I said, this is ridiculous. I mean, we have 3 cats. Why couldn't it have been one of the other ones? I was thinking, and then I started to get almost frustrated. And I said, I just paid $1,000 2 weeks ago to save your life. And then, God, what are you saying to me? And I start thinking, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I literally, with anger in my heart and frustration, I got down on my hands and knees. And I literally, what happened was the cat's eyes were open. But that's just because it died quickly. But I got down on my hands and knees, and I just said, I just thought I'd try it, you know, because all my friends raised people from the dead. And I just said, cars are driving by, it's snowy, and I put my hand on that cat, and it is stiff, and I said, get up! You know? And the cat just laid there. And I said, goodness. So I buried the cat. And so for me, you know, when all else fails, you just write a song about it. So I wrote this song about it. So, have you ever wondered why, if Jesus came upon an awkward nail, you know, why he didn't like invent like a Billy Mays tool or something just to like pop it out? It's like, I started thinking about that, like, God, you could raise a dead man, but yet you worked with an awkward nail the old-fashioned way. And that is the tension we live in. We don't live in the tension where miracles don't happen. They do happen all the time. My wife's been healed of cystic fibrosis. She's been healed of full-on endometriosis to the point where she was completely barren. I mean, our kids have been healed. My son was healed of such severe reflux, he never slept for the first 8 months of his life because he would throw up if he was laid down. And you know how he got healed? We went into a prayer meeting. We brought him up and we told the guy that he had reflux. And he called all the 3,000 people that were in the room. He called all their attention to us and he said, Samuel's got a problem with his reflexes. And he started to shake Samuel's legs. And he started to say, reflexes, begin to work. And we didn't even have the heart to tell him that it was reflux. And I swear, Samuel never threw up again. Totally healed. So, like I said, man, I don't know anything. So this song is about the tension of the kingdom in our lives. It says, I got a hammer and an awkward nail that won't go down. And I can try real hard, but still it won't go down. For all you songwriters, that line right there, I got a hammer and an awkward nail that won't go down. I worked on about 20-second lines to this song at least. And my daughter Emma comes walking in and I said, Emma, could you help me with this? Because I can't get a second line to this song and I feel like I need to get moving with it. And so she sits next to me and I sang that. I got a hammer and an awkward nail that won't go down. I said, what do you think? What should be the next line? And she's like, something about like, you keep trying to hammer it harder and it won't go down anyway. Or something like that. And I said, that's exactly it. That's what we do, don't we? And so we try harder. How many times you've been in a worship service and you're not going anywhere? You can try real harder, and you just try harder and harder. And then the minute you just, poof, back off, you go somewhere you could have never dreamed. And then you try to copy that the next week and you go nowhere. It's unbelievable.